What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the one.
Hey everybody, it's Mickey, and in today's video we are going to be planning out the month ahead. Today we will be planning for the month of May in my Erin Condren Horizontal Life Planner. I've heard from many of you that you wanted to see some more planning and scrapbooking videos here on my channel, so I have definitely scheduled some for some upcoming videos, so you'll have to let me know in the comments down below what you are most looking forward to seeing. Today I just really wanted to share with you how I set myself up in my planner to have a successful month, work through my list of monthly goals, complete my zone cleaning, and prepare as much as possible for the month ahead. So let's take a look back in the month of April. Now this is the planner that I use for all of my home stuff, you know, like my daily routines, meal planning, family events, you know, those kinds of things. So I really like to utilize the dashboard for those kinds of things. So on this side, I like to have a list of the goals that I have for the month. I have really been working on goals in more of like a monthly basis rather than a weekly basis. I also like to use this section here to record the zone of the house that I'm currently working in. I have my home broken up into zones that I've been taking, you know, on a new zone every month, trying to get it, you know, as close to spring cleaned as I possibly can. I also like to include quotes every month, you know, just something, you know, encouraging and inspiring that kind of goes along with whatever's happening in that month. Then down in this section down here, I like to record my memories from the month. So at the end of the month, I take some time just to go through and write down some of my favorite memories for the month. This month of April, we had a big family wedding, and it was just so great to have, you know, all the kids home at the same time and spend that time together. Now on this page, I think you guys may have seen it before in a video or two. This is where I keep like an ongoing to-do list. I used to keep to-do lists like all over the house on little sticky notes, and I would lose them and, you know, just, you know, have to start all over again. So I've started to use this page in my planner for my to-do list. I just make lists throughout the month for the things that I need to get done, and so I don't want to forget. And as I go along, I just check them off, you know, as I get things done. For our May's monthly, I'm going to be using a kit from Planner Kate. This is kit 322, and I really love Planner Kate because she has her monthly and her dashboard stickers all in the same design so that, you know, every month matches. And I know it is a silly thing, but I really do like to have my monthly calendar pages match my dashboard pages. So what I usually do is that I order all of my monthly kits for the whole year at once, and that way I know that I have everything I need. If I forget to place an order, it doesn't matter. Some of these kits that I use are from previous years. I just pick them out just because I love the colors or the theme or whatever. So as we get started, I've gathered together some of the tools that I usually use when I am planning. I always have this little putty knife here. This is really helpful to trim down some of the stickers if they're too long. I always have a whiteout nearby. I like to have my little X-Acto blade here that I use to trim down stickers, and this is probably my most useful tool that I use are these craft scissors from Cricut. I use these a lot to help me, you know, straighten out my stickers and just peel them up from the page if I put them in the wrong spot. So let's get started on our little May header here. Now I tend to use stickers from a bunch of different shops, but I definitely have my favorites, and Planner Kate has quickly become one of my most favorite sticker shops. I think that she has such beautiful colors, in all of her stickers, and I love the way that she has, you know, just everything matches. And I don't know what my issue is with having to have everything matches, but I really do like to have everything color coordinated. It just, I don't know, I like that polished look, you know, to have for the whole month. Now, the monthly layout, I normally don't do a lot of work on throughout the month. It really helps me plan out the month ahead so that I know what's coming, like, you know, for birthdays or appointments, and it really does help keep me on track that way. But pretty much during the month I work primarily in just like the week section. So I'm going to take a couple minutes to put on my little date covers here, and I will be right back. So I have all of my date covers on. Now these last couple I just like to fill in with the blank dots. These are the dates that go into June. I just like to have the whole page complete. So this past week was the big Erin Condren new life planner launch, and I was wondering what you guys thought of all their new products. I made a really small order. I only ordered a few things, one of which was an hourly planner, and I have used a horizontal, this is a horizontal life planner, pretty much for like the past 10 years or so, and I think I want to give an hourly a try just to see if it, you know, affords me a little bit more detailed planning for my day, which I think might be helpful in certain circumstances and certain days where I need to really plan my day out a little bit more accurately so that I can utilize all that downtime, you know, that you have during the day sometimes in between appointments. And I've been looking into doing some volunteer work with our local school system since I have not gone back to the classroom since COVID. I thought maybe, you know, doing a little bit more volunteering with the county might, you know, kind of ease me back into it or give me an idea of what I really want to do. So I thought by using, you know, an hourly planner, it might really help me detail my day out a little bit more closely. So I have my monthly framework all done here, and next I like to plug in like the dates I want to remember. So this month we have another family wedding coming up, which will be a lot of fun. This will be one of the first weddings we've had on my side of the family in a lot of years, so it's going to be a lot of fun. It's a big Italian wedding. I'll get to see all my relatives that I have not seen in such a long time, so I am really looking forward to that. We have some birthdays, some of our May birthdays to plug in here. The other thing that I was thinking of starting to keep track of, last year I had really wanted to read a book a month, and I really did not, I was not very successful at that. So I thought I would start to like assign a book for the month, almost like my very own little book club here. And so the book that I finished for the month of April, I just actually finished it today, was the new Molly Shannon book, and I just loved it. I have always loved Molly Shannon. Her, I think it's Mary Catherine Gallagher character was just hilarious to me. I think mostly because I was a Catholic school kid, and her uniform was just very much like the one that I used to wear back in the day, and I just loved her. I thought she's just an awesome comedian. I think she's a great person, and her book was just really awesome. I highly recommend it if you get the opportunity to read it. It was a really quick read because it's very much written in her voice, and I loved it. I can't say enough about it. So for the month of May, I'm going to be reading In Pieces, which is the Sally Field memoir. So I want to put that somewhere. I think I'm just going to add it to my little sidebar here. and just give myself a month to read it. I think I was just trying to read too many books, you know, last year, and it just got, you know, stale pretty quickly. So if I give myself like a whole month to read a book, I think I can probably accomplish that. So I'm gonna put over here, read. This way it'll be a constant reminder for me to do it. I'm also going to put down in this that we are planning a trip in June, and I usually like to plan that out a month ahead. So I'm gonna put planned trip, reservations, which is always a biggie. And then I also have another trip that we want to see if we can visit our aunt. And then I have the rest of this section to add things as we go. Now, the other thing that I use this monthly for is to add in my videos for the month. Now, I have been talking about adding more videos to my schedule. So I have really been working on content ideas and just trying to, you know, clear the way to make a few more videos a month for you guys, because I really enjoy doing it, and it's just, I think, a great way to keep in touch with each other, you know, through the comments and through Facebook. And I just want to be a lot better at, you know, putting that content out there. So what I've done is I've written in the videos that I want to do this month, and I'm going to just loosely stick them in the calendar so that I can have it planned out and work towards those videos every month. I've plugged in my videos that I want to work towards. I would really like to get to, you know, doing at least 2 a week. So we're going to see how I go. Don't hold me to it. I'm really going to try. I think just the last couple months has been very busy. And, you know, these are the kind of things that kind of, you know, get pushed back on the to-do list. And I really want to make it a priority because I really enjoy doing them. And like I said, I really like connecting with all of you guys. So the last thing I'm going to put here on the calendar are paydays. So we're going to be paid on the 13th and the 27th. There we go. Oops. And then the monthly is done, and we can move on to our dashboard here. So usually what I like to do on the dashboard is I like to stick some sticky notes in here because I like to put a lot of thought into what my goals are going to be for the month. I like to look up a quote that I think is appropriate, and then I decide on my zone for the month. Sometimes I do them in order, but oftentimes I will pick the zone that is in the most need for a little attention, and then I'll work on that. So this month in May, I'm going to be doing the front porch, the foyer, you know, the front hallway, our powder room, and our laundry room. So let's get those stickers out and we'll get working on our dashboard. I started planning seriously back when my kids were really young. I think I've talked about this before. My husband was always traveling. He traveled for his job pretty much, I would say, like 6 months out of the year. And that left me home alone with, you know, 4 kids that, you know, were busy with school and activities. And it was really hard for me to keep up without some kind of planning system involved. And it really bothered me if I was unprepared for something. If I was like, you know, like the snack mom and I forgot the snack, it used to drive me crazy. So I started out with just like a notebook that I would use to write things down. And then I started with a wall calendar to write things down. And then that slowly morphed into planning. And then when I found Erin Condren, probably, I want to say maybe 12 years ago, I guess, it was like a match made in heaven. I just thought it was the greatest thing ever. It gave me a sense of being prepared, and as someone that, you know, has a lot of anxiety, being prepared is really important. I think that it's one of the most important things that you can do to ease your mind. It's like a place where you can brain dump all those silly things that swirl around in your head, and if you just write them down, I think a lot of times it just makes you feel better, like that it's not going to be forgotten, that you're going to be able to get to it, and you're going to be prepared for whatever comes your way. One of the home projects that, you know, we have been working on, you know, on and off for the past year or so is the master bedroom and bath. That is getting close to being done. We're just waiting for our bathroom cabinets to be delivered, which has taken a lifetime, but I just think it's par for the course, you know, these days where shipping and everything is just taking so long. So we're hoping that that is going to be delivered in the next week or two, which will, you know, get that project back on schedule. Now, we also have another project we're going to be working on, moving my husband's office down into our back room in the basement. You know, since COVID, he has been working pretty much from home, from the dining room table, which, you know, has worked out really well, but once they do start going back to work, he's going to be working from home a couple days a week, and you know, it's probably time to get him a permanent, you know, a permanent spot to work from. So that's going to be a lot of organizing and, you know, purging that back room of ours and setting up, you know, better internet and a whole desk and bookcases and all those good things that he's going to be needing. So that is going to be our project for this month, and I'm kind of excited because that'll give me back my dining room, which we have been kind of without of over these past 2 years, which quite honestly, I have to say I've loved having him home all day. So I have the framework for my dashboard all set up. I have my to-do list set up for here. You know, throughout the month, I like to, you know, make my to-do list and check things off as I go. And I really use this for some of the bigger things and reminders that I need to do throughout the month. Over here, I have my framework done for my goals for the month. I like to use these stickers from Planner Kate. I think these are so cute. They're gold check-in stickers that she has in like a rainbow colors. So I always use that for here. And then I had these zone stickers done up with the Julie Plans font from Planner Kate. She's one of my favorite planner ladies to watch every week. So I'm going to take a couple minutes to write all this in, and then I'll be back in just a second. So I have my goals all filled out for the month. I have the zone of the house that I'm going to be working on throughout the month. I have my quote all filled out and my to-do list all set up, so my dashboard is ready to go. I also have my monthly layout here with the videos that I hope to do this month. We have our birthdays listed here, and I'm sure I'll be working through this throughout the month, filling in on appointments as they come up. So that is everything that I do to get ready for the month ahead. The 1st of May is this Sunday, which this is the week that we're working on, so it'll be here before we know it. So I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. In the future, I hope to share with you some weekly planning videos, also how I use my planner to stay on track. If you are new here, I hope you'll take a minute to subscribe. I put out new videos every week about all things home. So until I see you in that next video, I hope that you love the life that you have, be kind to each other, stay safe, pray for peace, and I will see you again soon. Bye.